Okay, so rounding, you already know it, you love it, but let's just review it. Okay, so the idea with rounding is we're going to round to a specific place value, and we're going to look to the next smallest place value, and we're going to decide if we're going to go up or it stays the same. Okay, so 0 through 4 is how we determine that. Okay, 0 through 4, the number stays the same. 5 through 9, the number goes up. Okay, you guys already know that, of course, but we're going to review it. All right, so round 875 to the nearest 100, not hundredths, but 100. Okay, so what number is 100? The number in the hundreds place is 800. So I need to round to this number. So I look to the next number, which is 7, and that tells me I'm going to go up. I go up. Okay. Now you already know this, I know, but we need to go up. So there I got 900. All right, round 7,549 to the nearest 100. Okay, so the 5 is in the hundreds place. This time I look to the next number. That's a 4. That tells me that 5 stays the same. So I have 7,500. Okay, easy stuff, right? Round 1,765 to the nearest 10. All right, well, 6 is in the 10. So I look to the next number. That's a 5. That tells me that 6 goes up. Oops, and then I didn't do it. So that'd be a 7. Thank you. And then round 3.14 to the nearest whole number. Okay, what is a whole number? Whole number is we're going to take away all those digits at the end. We're going to take away the decimal period. Okay, well, that means we're looking at the ones place. We're looking at the 3. We look over to this 1 and we decide, is it going to stay the same or is it going to go up? This one is going to stay the same. All right, round 33.8 million to the nearest million. Here we have almost the unit of millions. Okay, so we're in millions. We want to round to the nearest million. That would be, in this case, the ones place, since this is a million. We look to the next digit, okay, and that's an 8. So that means we have to go up. So this would be 34 million. Okay, round 416.72 billion to the nearest 10 billion. All right, so I go to the tens place because we're in billions. I look to the next number. That's a 6. That's telling me that that 1 has to turn into a 2. So we have 420 billion. Okay, all right, round 31,540,000 to the nearest 100,000. All right, where's the 100,000s place? So that would be here at that 5. Okay, that's the 100,000s place. I need to round that. So I go to the next number. That's a 4. That tells me that the 5 stays the same. It's 3, 1, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, there it is, the nearest 100,000. Sometimes the units will dictate rounding. For example, would you write that someone makes $8.3 an hour? Why? Okay, so no, that's not what we say. That's not what we write. It's close. It's really close. It's something that the computer would do for sure. What do you say when you say how much you make an hour? If you're paid hourly, how much are you making? You're making $9.55 an hour, right? That's what you would say. Or you make $9.50. This person makes $8.30. Okay, so we need to say that's 830. Okay, and that's per hour. Okay, lots of different ways to write that, but here what it's getting at is we'd round to the nearest cent. Okay, so that's what that's getting at, is that we round to the nearest cent. When we talk about money, we're rounding to the nearest cent. Okay, so that's what number 9 is talking about. When working with money, we generally round values to the nearest cent. I'll just write the symbol for cent, or dollar. Okay, we're going to round to cents or dollars. Here we did cents, and generally that's what we do. Sometimes we round to the nearest dollar, but we're not going to round to the nearest 10 cents unless for some reason it told us to. We wouldn't normally do that. We don't normally do that. All right, let's try this one. Round $3,674.8862 to the nearest cent. Okay. The nearest cent would be this 6 here. That's the hundredths place. Okay. 1/100th of a dollar is a cent. There's 100 years in a century. Cent meaning 100. Okay. So that we look at the 2, and that tells us the 6 stays the same. Okay, so this is 3,674.86. All right, there we go. Let's try the next one. Round $7,499.99.83. Okay, nearest dollar. So where's the dollar? There's the dollar. Okay, make that a little bigger for you. There is the dollar. So we need to decide, is this 9 going to get larger? I look to the next value. This 9 says that it is going to get larger. Okay, so the 9 gets larger, but if this 9 gets larger, what does it go to? It goes to 10. So this one's going to go larger. Okay, but what happens then? Then this number goes larger. So this is kind of like a chain reaction type of thing. And that happens every once in a while, especially when you're dealing with money, that this chain reaction of rounding will happen. So I think this will be 7,500. So $7,500. Okay, that's what I think it would round to. All right, that is the speed run of rounding. Okay, so that should help a little bit with getting you started on that rounding review. If you have not started, many of you have already gotten 100%. In fact, I think the majority of you that have started have a 90 and above on there. So get that done. Be sure that you can. Stick around if you have questions. But yeah, that should at least get you started with rounding. Also in the textbook and in those videos, they talk about place value. If you're struggling with place value, if you haven't looked at place value in a while, all of that is there within the textbook in section 1.